that season 4 would likely happen first.
They're trying to warn you about Chucky.
He's dying for good this time.
He's the only one who knows where my sister is.
We have to hurry. Chucky's out for blood.
My name is Chucky! Oh, I just love a good sequel. Don't you?
So, Dawn, this is awesome because I had the pleasure of talking to you the first time last year. I never thought I would, or at least it took me a long time because I grew up watching at least the first 3 on VHS tapes because I wasn't of age to watch them in the theater and everything. So this is awesome. I bought up my orange shirt to kind of match Chucky and everything. But
I love it.
So you were at WonderCon. And I popped on the panel to kind of rewatch to see what you're going to talk about. And then I had to turn it right off because I heard Chucky movie. And I was like, nope, I need to have the organic, authentic conversation with Don himself. And so is the idea that season 3, the finale, goes into the Chucky movie?
Not necessarily. I can't say too much at this stage because it's early days, but we're hoping for a season 4 for the show. I mean, I love the show and it's something I'd like to do. So if that happens, season 4 would likely happen first. But the movie is designed to work in tandem with the show. Now, if we don't get a season 4, which, this being the television business, it's always a possibility, you never know, that you might see certain characters that you have loved from the show turn up in the next movie. I think there's more to explore with these characters and relationships.
So since Brad Dourif's Charles Lee Ray returns in the flesh, I mean, I'm sure you get this question all the time, but have there ever been talks with Catherine Hicks or Chris Sarandon, the OGs, to say, hey, you know what? Now we're in TV. It's been pretty successful. The storylines are awesome. I mean, to try to drag them in, or is it just kind of like, you know what? Hey, it's always brewing, but I've got a master plan later on.
I guess more the latter. I mean, basically, I would love to have Catherine Hicks and Chris Sarandon on the show. Are you kidding? And there have been some conversations about that, but it's all, whenever you're doing a season of television, you're juggling all of these balls in terms of actors' schedules and whatnot. So, getting everything to line up can be challenging, but I would love to do it. I love both of those actors in those roles. I don't really know Chris Sarandon, which is, after all these years, he's like someone I've actually never met. I have met Catherine a number of times over the years, and she's lovely. I would love to do it anyway. So, put it out there and see if it can be manifested.
So John Waters, I mean, the good guy doll creator, is he going to be a friend or a foe to Chucky? I don't know if you can say, and it's why, I mean, it makes sense. Like, John Waters is awesome, but how did he pop into your brain to say, here's the guy?
Well, I had worked with John 20 years ago on Seed of Chucky, and he played a different character who, was spectacularly murdered. In a way that he had used in his own movies. So it seemed like a good comeuppance to, throw acid in John Waters' face. But John was awesome. And that was my first time as a director. He was really helpful to me, just with advice and sort of as a calming influence. And so I'd kept in touch with him over the years. And when I started thinking about this character, and then when me and my fellow writers in the writers' room when we were conceiving the character, I just thought, who better could portray or be the sort of spiritually, the creator of this specific mayhem, the Chucky mayhem, in a way that, how like in Indiana Jones, it just seemed like, of course, Sean Connery felt the perfect person to be the father of Indiana Jones because of his history as James Bond. In a similar way, John Waters seems absolutely correct. There's the only one person in pop culture who feels absolutely right to be that kind of twisted Willy Wonka figure. And that was John. And fortunately, he was, has remained a fan of the franchise, and he's a fan of the television show, and he wanted to come back. So voila, here he is. It was great.
No, that's the most amazing thing that I like about how you've done this series. Like I said, you've got Devon Sawa as twins. You got him as this like father priest guy. This time around, you brought him in as the president. And so, of course, you can bring a guy like John Waters, that you killed a long time ago, back into the lore and do everything. I was looking online. And, like we got cut off kind of at the Halloween episode, or like that was kind of the mid-season finale and everything. And
right.
So I was wondering for you, how did you like seeing the kids kind of have their different versions dressed up as Chucky? I don't know if you sat with the costume designer a lot to say, show me, or it's like, go do your thing, and then I'll wait and see.
I love that. And really that the idea of their costumes being variations on the good guy costumes, that was the brilliant idea of my fellow EP, Alex Headland. We were exploring a number of different possibilities for their costumes. And, every year we do a big Halloween episode, and the costumes are really important. But this time, they had to be great, and they had to be interesting on a number of different levels. Partly, it's like now we're dealing with a Halloween gala at the White House. So everything has to be really kind of great and upscale, but also emotionally and dramatically what's going on with these characters. They're on the hunt, and they're trying to get on the offensive, and they've wrangled with some difficulty an invite to this gala so they can get in and get Chucky. Whatever they were wearing on that mission, it was very important. And so when Alex suggested, why not have them all dressed as Chucky, I thought, oh my God, that's brilliant. And then our costume designer, Catherine Ashton, took that idea and ran with it. And I loved it. I mean, I just thought it, and just, they all look so cute. That, I guess like hard not to like squeeze their cheeks, it's like, oh, you guys look so adorable. Because they really did.
Well, speaking of adorable, you're the creator. And I went online and I looked, and I didn't see anything online. So I'm wondering, have you ever done that for Halloween? Have you dressed up as Chucky? Or same thing, it's one of those things like you got to wait years, and like your final swan song might just be us as fans to see you dressed up as
what
Chucky.
What do you mean for my last Halloween?
Or no, just kind of like, this is like my last homage. I'm signing off on Chucky. And so this is what I'm going to give you guys. And here it is, being dressed up as Chucky.
But isn't there something like also like the other way of looking at it? Isn't it like would be incredibly lame of me to dress up as Chucky?
No way. The fans would love it. Well, I'll tell you what, congratulations on this franchise again. I'm so happy to talk to you again. And I can't wait to finish this season and then look forward to season 4 and the movie.
I hope so. Thank you so much.